Hey, how you doing? This is the Mogulpreneur T.R. Burns, and welcome to www.moguldaily.com and trburns.org and all of the other websites this is playing on today. I'm so excited. First thing, I want to thank you all that wish me, the Mogulpreneur, the Billion Dollar Mogul, a happy birthday. I'm so excited because I turned 35. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say it. I've been in the game for a minute doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And throughout the years of me doing this every birthday, I kind of evaluate myself to see where I'm at and what my progression is and what I need to perfect or work on. But being a leader of people, being a motivator, being just someone that's always in the public light and dealing with people, anytime you're dealing with people, you go through some things. It may be hurt, maybe rejection, and even just some public failures. And I would be the first to say I just started seeing success. Not success. I didn't get success like others I've seen. Immediately you open up something, you do something, you start a ministry, you start a business, and it just boom, you just in the universe. Everybody just loves you. But I just started seeing success, and it takes a real mogul to really admit that, because we want to present the best picture. We want to say everything is great, everything is good. But I think to inspire people, there has to be reality and honesty. And the reality is, we all experience more failure than success. Failure is not bad if you properly deal with failure. In failure, it is the ingredients of your success. It is failure that makes you understand what you are, what you're good at, and what you're bad at, and even who's good for you. But a lot of times, because we don't properly deal with failure, we take failure and allow failure to paralyze us and cause us to stop doing and going after or pursuing what we're supposed to pursue. And this is why we have so many people in a mismatched life, living, in a place they're not supposed to live, with someone they're not supposed to be with, and just doing things they were not designed to do, because somewhere along the lines something failed. And in that thing failing, it caused them to become paralyzed and stuck in that place of just failure. So in order for you to have success, you must be taught how to properly deal with failure. All the bookstores, all of the shelves, all of the seminars, you hear people talking about how to be successful, but you don't hear a lot of people talking about how to deal with failure. Now, I turned 35. I've been a pastor for about 13 years, had, just been through things, and a lot of times you are encouraged to lie. You're encouraged to present something that is just not true. Oh, I have billion people. I sell 1 million videos a week, and people is just flocking, when the truth is your liberation is in your truth. And today I want to help somebody that's their truth for now is they failed. And I want to help you get from that truth or that reality to the reality of what failure can produce if it's properly dealt with. And that is the ability to properly deal with failure. So I got a few things I wrote down, and this is also in my book called The Mogul Bible for Business and Building Mental Equity. And the first thing is, we must separate what is useful from what is useless. And that is very important, because when I failed over and over again, publicly, privately, and I just said, I don't want to do nothing, I don't want to try nothing, when it was not everything, moguls. It was something, it was some things. It was maybe one person or one bad decision. And instead of me beginning to break it down and deal with it as a mature mogul, I began to just have a tantrum. I ain't going to do it no more. So you have to see what was useful and what is useless. Even the things that are hurtful can become useless if they're properly dealt with. See, you could turn that hurt into a passion to win. You could turn that hurt into a determination. Instead, we use that hurt negatively to sabotage ourselves. So the first thing to properly dealing with failure is determine what is useful and what is useless. Maybe you didn't need to hire 20 people the first month. Maybe you should have just, maybe you're not good at teaching. Maybe you're good at just managing. It's just different things you got to see. It's not always your whole idea. Sometimes it's just some of your idea, but you got to be able to dissect it and look at it with a mature eye, knowing that your goal is to become successful. 2, You must refuse to be discouraged in spite of failure. Now listen here, I just turned 35 and I'm just starting to see success. I've seen failure. Me and failure been friends. We was hanging out every day. You know, I was just so down and out. Just felt like I was nothing, nobody. But the problem is I could have had joy in failure. Because the joy or not allowing failure to discourage you will make you create better, make you go deeper, make you dissect your plan with a more creative eye. It will cause you to see what you missed before because you're not discouraged. You may have failed, but don't let your heart, as the Bible says, be troubled. Because a troubled heart is an unfocused mind. And an unfocused mind cannot create or build mental equity that creates spiritual or inventions that solve the world's conditions and problems. So don't be discouraged. You have a choice. You can be encouraged or be discouraged. Many times we are discouraged because we spend more time looking at what in a whole failed instead of what failed in separate and what is the other parts that were successful. Find peace within yourself. Don't let no one make you feel like you can't do it again. 3, okay? Many components of your success are hidden in your failure. Many components of your success are hidden in your failure. Again, so that goes back up to the encouragement part that we just gave you. But this is very important because if you throw everything out, you can't see your business as a business. It is a conglomerate. It's many parts. It's many pieces. And so it's like taking a brand new Lexus or brand new Maserati or brand new Bentley. And because it won't turn over, you begin to say, this is a defective car, I don't want this car, and I'm going to junk it. When it may be a starter that costs $200, but you're about to take a $100,000 or $200,000 car and junk it because you will not take the time to have it, diagnosed. And that's what it takes when you're properly dealing with it. Diagnose it. See try to isolate the problem. It's not always the whole thing. And so, for years, I'm just not good at this. No one loves me. No one likes me. I'm not good. Who can I motivate? But when I started to just isolate problems and work on that thing and stop throwing away everything, you know what happened? Boom, success. Motivation began to come up. Listen, I just wrote a book. I only have a high school diploma. That's it. Never been to business school. Never been to Harvard or anything like that. But I have revelation on how to win. But you know what I started at? In failure. I had to first master how to deal with failure properly before I can teach people how to become successful moguls. Okay, next, refusing to allow the things that fail to become the person you are. Oh, that is great. I may have failed, but I'm not a failure. Say that. I may have failed, but I'm not a failure. Because when you see yourself, your perception will determine your success. Your perception of yourself will also determine how you broadcast or how you are telling people to deal with you. You can say, don't treat me that way, don't talk to me that way, but the way that you see yourself will always come through. And so you must broadcast who you are, not what you have experienced. So if you're hurt, don't be hurt. If you fail, don't be failure. Be success. You have to be what you want to be even when you don't see it and don't feel that way. So don't become angry because you have gone through something. Don't live in a place of defeat. Live in a place of victory. But that requires you not to be failure. See failure, deal with failure, appropriate it properly, but become success. Nextly, in order to properly deal with failure, you must know the root of your success is faith. Faith is so great because it gives you the ability to have failed, but still see success. Faith gives you the ability to what no one else can see it, no one else can understand it, no one else can really grab what you're trying to do, but faith keeps you passionate. And it also lets you know that you have a partner in heaven, Jesus Christ, that has called you and put you on this earth to win. To win. You see, you got to look at this now. Jesus died on the cross. Many thought he was failed. He was done. I could identify with that. I'm not Jesus. I couldn't do that. But I can identify when people say he's done. Oh, he can't make a comeback from this. His body's dead. And in 3 days, what happened? he rose with success, because there's always more to you than just what you experience. There's a reserve of abilities and giftings that heaven is continuously downloading on you. So listen, it's important that you know that your faith in your success is rooted in your faith and your confidence. Right? Next thing that I learned in these last few years, and this is my birthday salute to you, as I turned 35 yesterday. Just know this, that you have to have the mindset to finish. No matter what comes, what happens, you have to have the mindset to finish, not fail. They start with the same letter, but it's different. No matter what you see, what you experience, what is going on, no matter how it looks, who leaves you, who talks about you, it can be mother. I know it is for family and close people just to, he done, he crazy, ain't no way in the world. But you have to have a finished mindset. And if you have a finished mindset with failure, you're going to have a success mindset. You must see the end. You must keep that focus. You must know, I'm getting up to finish. Not getting up to fight, not getting up to be discouraged. I'm getting up to finish. Okay? All right. So do not be so success-minded that you cannot allow failure to teach you the importance of success. I appreciate success. I appreciate being able to help and just inspire people all over the world now. Seminars and classes and books, videos. I appreciate it, not because of success. I appreciate success because of failure. Don't be so full of you and so arrogant and so prideful that you can't say thank you for failure, because now I'm a better success. You will be fitly planted on the mountain of success when you have mastered the valley of failure, when you have properly dealt with failure. When you deal with failure, you stop lying, you stop faking, you start telling people where you at. Because guess what? Your lie may discourage your financier. If you tell people, listen, I really ain't got the money to get this going, instead of lying and faking it, they'll say they'll begin to commit to your plan, because their money will connect to your vision. But you have to tell the truth. You know, I stopped, years ago, people say, hey, T.R. Burns, how many people got in your church? And I'll be like, yeah, it's packed. And it was empty. So I got a revelation. Tell people the truth. Yeah, you're saying that's not a big revelation. That's a big revelation for me. When you felt like you got something to prove. So I started telling people, listen, I got 7 of the greatest people you can have. Power God is there. How much money you made? $10. And God started using people to bless me. People started showing up because of honesty. Master that valley of failure. It'll break you out of pride. It'll break you out. It will jailbreak you. And when you get to success, you will stay on that mountain because of humility. Because God resists the proud. But he blesses and he promotes the humble. Okay? Do not lose sight. Sight is very important. Sight gives you destination and declarations. Sight gives you what to talk about and what to define. When you lose sight and you become a failure-seeing person, you begin to define everything as a sacrifice, a loss, or begin to process it through the place of fear. Keep a pure sight of your heavenly faith that God gave you. Do not begin because you fail to begin to label everything as a risk or failure. I learned to take risks. People say, well, you all over the place. Well, this is what moguls do. We scout out the land. One thing don't work, that is not us. It didn't work, let's move on. I don't stop opening, I don't stop trying, I don't stop going after, because I'm going to live on the mountain of success, because I've mastered the valley of failure. Right? Lastly today. Okay. This is great. You got to listen. Don't fail at failure. That's it. Don't miss the moments of failure. Master the moments. Learn something. It's a way to be integral without. It's a way to be without the thing that you want. Master it. Love it. Embrace it. Because in that is the pieces of success. The average person we know lives in failure. But you don't need to live there. You just need to master that valley of transition there. because it teaches you how to appreciate. So when you get to that $1 billion status, you appreciate it. And when you get there, you appreciate relationships. And you appreciate having the ability to have what you want to eat because you didn't at one point. You appreciate the wife of your dreams and the husband of your life, of your fantasies in your life. You know, you appreciate it, moguls. But I'm telling you, as my gift to you, properly deal with failure. Do not become a person that's only success-minded, that you are devastated when something fails. You go in and you quit. You don't want nobody to talk to you. You just messed up. But I'm a motivator because I mastered the valley of failure, and I'm still mastering it. I just started seeing success. But I believe that my life on the mountain of success is going to be more intense than my experience in the valley of failure. I'm going to leave this with you. Moses ran from Egypt because he murdered someone. He messed up. He let his emotions get the best of him. We all can identify with that. We did something wrong. We married somebody wrong. We just said some bad things. We didn't finish what we started. He ran. He ran from Egypt. But in that running, because he was open, he was hungry, he found a solution to his failure. The empowerment of God. And God called him. And he fixed his perception of himself. He said, you are my mouthpiece. You will be my deliverer. And the Bible, which is just so great, says this. And God made Moses a God to Pharaoh. If he stayed just on the backside of the mountain, we wouldn't have the children of Israel to read about today. But because he chose to try again in the place he failed, we can sit here and say, thank you for the 12 tribes of Judah. We can be inspired by God separating the Red Sea so they can walk through on dry land. But he had to have an encounter with failure with God. And on that mountain, he found God. And God caused him to walk and converge with his success. There's a convergence that's coming in many of our mogul lives where we're moving, walking from failure, climbing the mountain of success. And we're going to stay there because in the valley of failure, we found God. And it is God that gives us identity. It is God that gives us a perception, not what we have, not what we drive, not how many people in our church, not what business we have, not who we're married to. It is God that gives us the perception that we need of ourselves. And look what happens. Moses has a place in the Bible as one of the greatest men that ever did it because he walked back from where he ran from. As I close, walk back where you ran from and properly deal with your failure in the valley so that you can be situated in the mountain of success. Well, this is T.R. Burns. Thank you for all that's out there purchasing and making my book a #1 best-selling book out there. Get it if you don't have it. The Mogul Bible for the marketplace and building mental equity. In this, I talk about properly dealing with failure and different things like that. Listen here. I need you out there. I got some young men and young women that are hungry to become entrepreneurs, to become something great, speakers, and just so many different things. And it's been on my heart to start the Mogul Exchange Academy. And I'm doing it this summer, and I need your help, those that have resources that can donate funds for each child to go. For more information, please log on to my website about the Mogul Exchange Program for young moguls at www.moguldaily.com. And click on the About Us page. You'll be able to see about our new program. I need you to connect with us. I need you to sow into this. I need you to help make something happen for someone else. I think about it all the time. If there was a young mogul program for me when I first got into elementary or high school, or listen here, I would be so much further. I wouldn't be at 35 just seeing success. I would have got that success maybe 13, 15 years ago. So we want to give back to someone. This is T.R. Burns, a Mogulpreneur. I love you. Stay motivated on MogulDaily.com. Just relax.